What? You fucking hate on me? You fucking crazy? You fucking hate on me? You fucking gonna die, homie. Hate on. Come on, bitch. Hate on me. Hate on. You fucking hate on me. Hate on. Hate on me. Come on, motherfucker. Hate on me. Hate on. Bitches. Hate on me. Hate on. That shit. Hate on me. Hate on. Hate on me. Motherfucker. Hate on me. I love when you watch, cause you know that I'm hot. With my tight whip, fine bitch, yeah, we do this shit. Cause I'm flashy, acting nasty, but your boys be acting glassy. I can see right through you, yeah, that's the truth. Come on, dude, you know I'm bad. Hit the bone that down, play the work. It just surges ultimate energy. I want the levels that bring chemistry and history and misery and pain, bitch. I'm glad I'm not you, but you wanna be me. I'm like T.I., you don't know me. There's a difference between doing and done, and you ain't even did either fucking one, son. So feel the vibe, oh, my desire to place me higher than that wide that's been set. Definitely need something bigger than this neck. 100 track direct, but you got to say next. Hate on me. Hate on, come on. Hate on me. Hate on me. Motherfucker. Hate on me. Hate on me. Hate on me. Hate on me. Motherfucker. Hate on me.
You can hate on me, but what your fate gon' be? Dead motherfucker, so I stay low key. I'm JVUB, that's Blaze O-N-E. One hat records, motherfucker, call us one hizzy. Oh, bushes, and nothing surprised us. We was hoping that everyone would despise us, cause you can't extinguish the fire burning inside us. These Tupac, I'm Machiavelli, ambitions as riders. Before you're dead and buried, go and say your Hail Marys, or you'll have a tag-toe in the mortuary. I've got terrifying verses that are more than scary, ripping your soul from your flesh, the Green Reaper setting. And everybody down with it, say they're truly spectacular. Keep on hating, we feed off it like Dracula. I got my shit cocked, Blaze when I'm backing ya. I ain't gon' say nothing, you gon' hear it. Rack that cat, that's all.
Hate on me. Hate on me.
What's going on, y'all? It's a smooth Saturday. It's a cool one and a true one, you know? Hell yeah, hell yeah. Hope everyone is having a wonderful, wonderful morning, early afternoon, you know. And, for everybody that comes in, kindly please hit that thumbs up button on your way in or out. And for the replay gang, I don't forget about y'all, salute to the replay gang. So yeah, again, I hope everybody's having the smoothest, the coolest, and the truest Saturday that they ever did have, So I wanted to kind of, do this. We're going to have a hot topic, and it's going to be an open discussion. And I'll drop the link. You can hit the link if you want to, come up here and talk with me. And we're going to tell me how you feel. And I just want to see what y'all's take is on that. So yeah, we gonna see, but I wanna see, we can go off what I think, and then we could piggyback off that. So yeah. So, in my opinion, this is a excellent question for sure. And then again, in my opinion, I think that this idea really is like how we as an individual define peace and justice. Because, we all have our own perspective on peace and justice, because we're individuals and that is allowed. So, in a sense, if peace means the absence of conflict, then the answer to this question would be yes, in my opinion. A society that is open with chaos and no structure and violence, but full of oppression and fear and inequality, isn't truly peaceful, So in my opinion, it's quiet. It's just quiet injustice. And I wanted to share this quote to kind of help. But Dr. Martin Luther King said that true peace is not merely the absence of tension; it's the presence of justice. So yeah, this is a debatable one for sure. Hot topic. So then let's go on this side. So, however, if peace means the presence of harmony, safety, and reconciliation, then peace and justice become deeply intertwined, in my opinion. Justice sustains peace, I think, and peace allows justice to prosper, in my opinion, again. So I guess my answer would be that justice is more important than peace. That it's not more or less important, but rather it's justice is more important than peace, but rather that lasting peace cannot exist without justice, in my opinion. So I think the truth may not be that justice is not more important than peace, but rather that lasting peace cannot exist without justice. So that would be my answer. I think they go together. Yeah, I think they go together. But I don't know what y'all think. On this lovely, what's your guys' take? Do you think it's just Miss Sean. Can you hear me? Miss Sean, what's going on, Miss Sean? Can you hear me now? Yay or nay? Well, I appreciate you. I was I was asking a hot topic, and then I was just covering a couple little stories. But I want to ask you, can I ask you the hot topic debatable question? You got time or no? And I hope you're having the smoothest, the coolest, and the truest Saturday that you ever did have, my big sister Sean. All right. So I'm talking about I like a little engagement. So today's Saturday, our trending topic, you know, because we've been covering cases and stuff, but is justice more important than peace? Or is peace more important than justice? And I can drop the link if you want me to, or you could just answer me in the chat. What's going on, my big sister Sean?
What's up, Boo? How you?
I'm good, good, good. Happy Saturday. Smooth Saturday to you.
Blessings to you too, love. I decided to come up here because that's just too much to be texting. So, you asked which one is more important, peace or justice? And in my opinion, I don't believe we can have one without the other. I truly believe that with all the damage done in our history and in our current state of affairs in this country, never mind others, that they owe us so much accountability that you have to do some correction before there would be peace as far as a society is concerned. In our home, we come to a place of peace, but I believe that that's simply due to self preservation. You know, we can only beat a horse for so long, you know. We can only, I mean, some people are just fine living in misery, but the majority, okay, those of us that have our heads screwed on straight and know what love is, um, we come up out of that grief or darkness or whatever depression we may be in, no matter the situation, as far as justice is concerned, right? We come out of it sooner or later just so that we can continue to live, put one foot in front of the other. So we find a place of peace just to get beyond existing. But as far as a society is concerned, I don't believe one can exist without the other.
I 100% actually agree with you. No justice, no peace. If there's no peace, no justice. I guess I think in a sense. But this is I'm gonna tell you what I think. I think it is an excellent question. And I think it does come down to us as individuals how we define peace and justice. That has something to do with it as well. And if peace means absence of conflict, then yes. The answer to this question, I would say yes. But aside, like you said, a society without open, chaos, violence, but full of oppression and inequality, fear. It isn't truly peaceful. So, in my opinion, that's just quiet injustice. And we know Martin Luther King told us, uh, true peace is not merely the absence of tension, it's the presence of justice. So, and then, however, if peace means the presence of harmony, safety, and that jazz, then peace and justice become deeply intertwined. Like you said, Michonne, I do. They have to go together. Justice sustains peace, in my opinion, and peace allows justice to prosper. Uh, so, again, I don't think peace can exist without justice. So I think it may justice is more important than peace. I don't think that's the truth, but I think that lasting peace cannot exist without justice. What do y'all think? What do you think?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And there are many tentacles to that. You know what I mean? It really is. It can go, you talk about a rabbit hole. It can go like that conversation, this conversation, I'm sure, um, can go in many directions. Some people believe, and it occurred to me while you were speaking, that some people believe that justice or peace, and there again, they're existing in the same space, right? But some people believe that peace starts at home, um, uh, meaning that some people can have peace if they just have self esteem and self assurance, self confidence, right? However, that can only go but so far when society, when there is so much societal oppression, right? And that's why it occurred to me when you said it, because you used that word oppression, and it is very real. It is very solid and tangible. You can touch it, okay? And unfortunately, people have become so misguided with longevity, what's self confidence, what's true self respect. People have become so misguided. And that indeed does start at home, right? Uh, it's become, the home front has become so weakened that they find it in their entertainment. They find their self worth and even their self image from the entertainment industry. And unfortunately, they haven't been taught, or they lose sight of the ultimate goal of the entertainment industry. They get so taken by the glitz and the glam and the money that's in these videos and all of this kind of stuff that they think it real. And it's not. It's not real. The cars are rented. The money is for these uh, videos. Many of them. I won't say all of them, but many of them. It's a loan situation for the purpose of a video. Um, but they get so caught up in it that they want to be just like it. And in order to be just like it, they're willing to do this, 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 and this. And therefore, peace is lost because self confidence is lost.
No, that was excellent kind of take, and I just want to piggyback off a little bit about what you said. Like, ideally, who's to say, society has formed us to believe that our justice system, ultimately is in charge of, serving justice, but sometimes along the lines they mess up, or things slip between the cracks again. So like, as you do build that self-confidence, and how come you need validation for justice? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it feels good and we want it, but like you said, sometimes society can really crush that. And then if we're a strong individual with you know high self-esteem, we can find the positive and get and find the justice that we need, and know that ultimately in the long run, justice will always be served to any individual by our Father God.
That brings the spiritual take on it. Let me step back just a little bit. Think about the movie John Q, right? Here you have single father. No, he wasn't single. He had a wife, Kimberly Elise, my bad. You have a family, a mother, a father, and a daughter. Just them three. And they're doing just fine. Were they rich? No. Did they have everything? No. But they had love, self-confidence, self-respect, and respect for others and each other. And they showed it. They displayed it. Everything was fine. That man went out that house every day with his head held high, and he was a proud black man. But the minute his daughter got sick, he went from place to place to place, one organization after another, seeking the correct insurance to get his daughter life-sustaining surgery, payment for it. And he was cut down. He was told 100 times, I'm sorry, there's nothing we could do for you. I'm sorry you make too much. I'm sorry you don't make enough. I'm sorry your job don't cover this. I'm sorry you can't do this. You can't have that. And all he sees is his daughter's life slipping away by the moment. And that strong black man went from standing up tall to the world being on his shoulders, all because the doctor told him, your daughter's going to die if she don't get this surgery. So what happened to that self-confidence? What did his wife tell him? You better do something. In that second, that made that man feel less than. But that morning or the day before, what have you, he was conquering the world. He was going out there to make it happen for his family. But in that second, when she said that, his self-confidence was dwindling away. And he's like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? So in his soul, in his spirit, there was no peace. His daughter is not going to make it. His wife has no faith in him. And so therefore, where's the justice? This man going to work every day. He's paying his taxes. Yet every turn they're telling him, no. The bottom line was no. No matter how they sugarcoated it or what words they used, the bottom line was no. So then what happened? He had to take it into his own hands, and he had to get his daughter justice, and in turn finding peace for his wife. Because as long as the bottom line for them was, as long as she get the surgery, we're good. That's in his mind, right? So which one was existing without the other? Neither one. And see, I chose that analogy to take it off of hip hop, to take it off of the industry, and I brought it right to real life. Because it's a debate. You know what I mean? Like nobody is ever going, most people that emulate or imitate the rappers and the video hoes and all of that, nobody's going to admit that that's what they're doing, even though we know that that's what they're doing. Okay, because there's a negative connotation that comes with that, so they're not going to admit it, right? And so that your life is received, I decided to use a different type of analogy and put it on real life because people do face this every day. Every day. A man is shown love by his family, his wife, and he goes out in the world to try to find a job. And he's turned down, and with every no, his spine gets a little weaker. His courage, his self-confidence gets a little weaker. And by the time he get home, he feels like there is no justice for him. And so within his spirit, there's no peace. And what does he do? He go home and he take it out on his family. And then Sister Mocha is doing a story about what this father done did to his family. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Let me ask you this, big sis. What does justice mean to you? The word justice.
Accountability.
I like
Accountability.
it. Short and sweet. Short and sweet. I like that. Yes. See, the reason why I asked is as I was listening to you, I was like, I mean, what does justice really mean? Like you said, because I kind of like you opened it up for me. That's why I like breaking it down with some, like with, doing these demonstrations because my mind was like a little, now a little more open. When I was just thinking of like court cases. You know what I'm saying? And then you just helped me open up my mind to, real, like you said, like more real life that happens every single day. And that just kind of hit me like, dang, okay, because you really laying some stuff down and I'm picking it up. So that's that is true. Like I was just thinking in my head, I was stuck on justice, like the courthouse and a guilty or not guilty verdict. But that's not ultimately 100% what justice could mean.
Right. So check it out. Check it out. Let's just say, for example, our baby girl, Naziah Harris. A lot of people think that once Jarvis is convicted, she's gotten her justice. But is that so? No.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. You know why?
In my opinion.
It, it, in my opinion, and I believe it fact. You know why? Because who let Jarvis in? Time after time after time. Okay? Who was the coward who had no self-esteem, who had no self-confidence to say, well, if society gave him another chance, why shouldn't I? What an idiot. Okay? What an idiot.
And I think that comes from too is the head honcho frog face, Miss Madame the matriarch, because again she didn't get her justice when she was a little kid, so it just fucking carried on since the fucking 60s to now.
But let me tell you something about that. I'm gonna pivot and I'm gonna address that right there, right quick. To me, in my opinion, all too often, people get real comfortable with, and I'm not saying that that's what you're doing, but just hear me out for a second. You just said she never got her justice. What does that have to do with her raising her children according to the same standard? You feel me?
No, most definitely. That's not an excuse. Like she used that to, for the pity, and then to let the curse carry on. So I definitely agree with you. And I feel like maybe rather not. Like you said, it doesn't matter if you got justice or not. Right is right, wrong is wrong.
Right, because the fact of the matter is, have you ever watched a court case or heard a story where a monster dwelled amongst a family and he committed horrible horrible sins on the children. He or she. I've even heard of some women. And psychologists or psychiatrists come back and say, well, or even family members when they talk about that person's history. And the first thing that person wants to say is, well, I didn't know what love was because I too was, treated badly. I'll put it that way. And the first thing that I say about that is bullshit. Okay, miss me with that. Because even if everybody in the house treated you like Cinderella, did you not know what or contemplated what the opposite must have felt like? Did you never say to yourself, I am going to find me somebody who will love me because this ain't love. I'm going to find me somebody who will smile at me and be my friend because this is not it. No, instead, they want to use the excuse for the reason why they turn around and become a monster. I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I have no tolerance for that. None at all. Why would you turn around and do to someone what was done to you when you yourself have acknowledged, at least if no other time, within yourself that it hurt? And so that's why I don't like the cliche, hurt people, hurt people. Yeah, that's real cute.
That's
That's
an
a nice
excuse.
poetic way of putting it.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
nice. Go ahead.
no that's the way of controlling the narrative and being the narcissist, in my opinion. Because I feel like hurt people learn from their hurt feelings because people can't really. My grandma always told me, no one can hurt your feelings. There's no such thing as feelings. There's not a feeling inside your stomach, sad, mad, angry. It's what back to emotions. Like, it's all comes down to you. Like you said, back to that what you were saying. Those the she's looking for someone to smile at her and stuff, but that's never gonna happen because she can't even look in the mirror and smile at herself.
Absolutely. It starts from within. You know, Kirk Franklin had a song, Smile. And in that song, he says, I want you to feel joy, not happiness. I want you to feel joy because when you feel joy, nobody can take that from you. Happiness, and he's implying that happiness is supplied, it's given, it's shown, so therefore it's felt. But when you have joy and somebody asks you, how you doing? Should that be based upon how somebody else is treating you?
No, ma'am.
Absolutely not.
That goes back to one thing we as human beings do is we tend, and nowadays too, it's in my opinion very horrible, take everything so fucking personal. Like, everything is not about you. Like, when some, like, I, in my opinion, people, it's just like, you could just be, stay, venting, and it's like, people are make everything about themselves, and it's so personal. It's so personal, and it's like, like no one's really half the people you think that are thinking about you or whatever, it's not even like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I kind of like struggle with that. I cannot stand that. Like, I feel like it's just becoming worse and worse, and it's everything. Everybody is so personal, and it's so like they need that validation. Like, they can't be pretty unless someone else tells them that they're pretty. Why? As long as you know you're pretty, it's not about what they call us, it's about what we answer to.
Listen, Jay, let me tell you something. We moved down south when I was a little girl, coming from up north. So therefore, I spoke differently. I dressed differently. My hair was different. It's a different texture. So I walked differently. And going where we went and started attending school, I was already a year ahead. So that already was frowned upon by those who thought that they could look down on me. How the hell can you look down on me and I'm ahead of you? But anyway, so I didn't have very many friends. But did that slow my pace? No. So then when I entered into high school, you know how the Mean Girls crew starts to form? They didn't want me a part of their crew. They didn't. They did not want me a part of their crew. Why? I never asked. Because I was my own crew. And I realized, because I was told by those that I knew loved me, that I was tough in my own spot. I didn't need a crew. In fact, when you walk with 5 or 6 other ones, it's harder for you to shine. When you walk by
Okay, say that
yourself,
again.
when you walk by yourself, there's nothing clouding your spotlight.
That part, because it's not about I was real popular, and now I would rather be alone because I can be alone, and I realize it's about quality, not quantity. Like I could have one person in my corner, and we could be have the best, better bond and friendship than that whole group of 100. You know, we actually are. Standing for something. In my opinion, it can be like that. I feel like, you know, the realest and strongest people don't need a crowd. They don't. You know what I'm saying? They don't. They don't have to hoop and holler about what they are gonna do and what they got, and it's just called humble. It's called humbleness. You know.
You know, in my experience, people who have to tell it, people who have to scream it and want people to hear it, they themselves feel inadequate. Will they ever admit that? No, they won't.
And it's crazy because really, if we just pay attention, people tell us who they really are. They really do. But we get distracted maybe by like some pretty hair or some pretty skin or some pretty tattoos, and we get foggy minded. But we got to stop doing that.
Absolutely, because if you really stop and think about it, okay, take it back to the high school analogy. If I'm walking with 5 or 6 other girls, that means that the one dude that I might have my eye on got 7 of us to choose from. Do I want those odds? No.
The odds are against you, and then it gives more room for chaos and betrayal. The telephone game. If you're trying to relay a message through 16 people, it's gonna probably be messed up, and then you got chaos, and then you got one person gets pissed off. They're gonna boop boop boop, and it's just more room for destruction and chaos. So
Yeah.
I know, just tread lightly, and when you do have a group of people, just make sure you're really recruiting the right way. Again, so like a real a sisterhood doesn't need 50 sisters. I mean, unless them 50 sisters got it going on. You know what I'm saying? But good luck, because I mean, it's just life. And the closest ones to us are the ones that tend to, betray us because they get offended because they take things so personal. And there's no communication.
I mean, we see it ourselves on television. I mean, the surreal TV, the housewives and the basketball wives and all of them, right? Yes, drama makes ratings, right? So yeah, some of that stuff is scripted and it's what's the word I'm looking for? It's encouraged, right? But you're not going to tell me that a person is not able that that the drama that's going on, like you just said, unless they all have it going on. Well, the Housewives of Potomac, they all got it going on, but is it not always some kind of drama?
There always is. There sure is.
Backbiting. Straight backbiting. You see what
That's
I'm saying?
that's why, like, like these big, like when they have, like the, the rang groups, you know what I'm saying, and then you have like the biker rangs, you know what I'm saying, like, and it's like, to me, it's like color doesn't mean loyalty. And just because, they think they're entitled, that because they're in a circle, just because you're in a circle, you're not entitled to shit. And that's what people are forgetting out here. We are not entitled to shit. Okay? And again, but that's just society, and that's just my opinion. But just because I'm in that circle, I was around a bunch of circles in my life, and guess what? I wasn't entitled to shit.
Exactly. So I know, who's ever listening thought that I dropped it, but I'm going to take it back to your original thing about justice and me mentioning baby girl Naziah Harris. Because I said I was going to finish that, and I am. And I don't care who don't like it. The facts are, and the truth
It's an open
is what it is.
discussion. We're good. You're good, Miss Sean.
So, okay, Mr. Butts gets convicted, right? Okay. But Naziah deserves her own conviction. Okay? All of them deserve his sentencing to be individual to what he did to them. You understand me? And so, but in that house, like I said before, who let him in? Right? So whoever opened that door originally, and we can speculate all day, but I don't deal with speculation. So only those who know where he came from and how he made it to that household. So whoever brought him there was one thing. But after they found out what kind of creature he was, and they allowed him to stay there, if those individuals are not a part of the conviction, then Naziah Harris will not have gotten justice.
And
No,
let me
she
say
will
this.
not.
In a sense, because we know how long and everything that's gone on and everything, is back to the justice and peace. Is there ever, do you think, is there ever a time where, like, it's, there there can never be justice or peace because too much damage is done?
Well, I think that depends on the situation and the
Well,
circumstances.
let's talk about our girl Naziah. Do you think truly, even if everybody went down truly, and everything that has conspired and came about, do you think there will really truly be peace, be injustice? Because we both agree they both go together.
Okay, so as far as Naziah is concerned, I am willing to say true justice would have been for her to see it, would
Amen.
have been for her to be here, point at him, point at her, and point at her, and say, this is what happened to me, and there, who did it, allowed it, forced me to lie about it. They treated me like this. For her to use her own voice and see their consequences, that to me, because we can't make what happened unhappen, right? So to me, Naziah getting full justice would have been for her to be here to see it and point her finger at them just like these other young ladies are doing. That to me would have been full justice. But because she's not, there is a way for her to get a percentage, a great percentage. But it would require those who thinks that the little shit that they've done was all that they could do. No, it's not. You could be a material witness. You could speak to someone's character. You could.
For the story, you want anything?
No, Poppy, I'm good. You could come and you could go to these detectives, the prosecutor, whoever, and add a brick to the load that's already going on.
Well, let me ask you this, Michelle, like piggyback off what you just said. Like, why, like, if you want justice and peace, you know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? I've seen several times, family members are, coming to tell YouTube, but it's like I'm asking, did you fucking tell the police? Why are you running to us to tell us first? Like, I don't understand that. It's really fucking weird. Like,
Exactly.
and
So it begs the question, are they picking and choosing what they're telling? And some would say yes, because this is only YouTube and I get it. I get
but
it.
but listen, like you said, we've seen so many cases. I've in my 32 years of life, Michonne, I love crime, and I have this right here. I've never seen a family just, it's like they talk about tour, the Harrises and the whatevers and the Bambles and the Gambles and the Monkey Doos and the Monkey Sees and the whatever devers, them motherfuckers, they've been on an IT tour. I'm talking about every fucking panel and got banned from every fucking panel damn near. And then now they're on TikTok where they're loved. And it's just like, what family does that? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's
That's a
like,
family. That's a family that's trying to push a narrative. That's what that is.
but
Like you
do
just
you think it's
said,
for money or do you think it's because of guilt?
it ain't because of guilt. Because if they were guilty, the first time that monster got accused of something just with that family, it would not have continued. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, now y'all feel guilty? Well, then why aren't y'all marching down there to tell what role you played? Because we already know. It take a fool to believe that Jarvis did that on his own. I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that. I'm
And
just
like,
not.
in I mean, I'm just saying, I've never done it, but like, I've watched a lot of shows, but like, usually when you do that, commit that act, there was a lot going on that day. So, just in my opinion, like, when did you have time
Time to do what?
to allegedly unalive our girl? You know what I'm saying? They're working on
Well, you
cars.
gotta remember, you gotta remember, we only know what they told us. You understand me? He didn't go to work that day. He was there, but then he wasn't. Right? And there are 12 hours of darkness. There are 12 hours of darkness. So King claims he left at almost 9 o'clock. So you got from 9 at night until 9 in the morning, because they claimed Naziah didn't go to school the next day. You see what I'm saying? So there go 12 hours right there. You can do some unheard of in a half an hour. It don't take no time to lose someone, if you understand what I'm saying. So I don't question when did he have time. I don't, especially when you got help. And then
right.
there and then
That's
there
my
are
point.
other
Is
questions. There are other questions like Granny Monster. Why did you get rid of your van right after that happened to Naziah? Why did you do that? Okay. Then there begs the other questions. Why are there separate stories about what happened that day? See, when something don't make sense, it's usually because it's a lie.
ding, 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 bada boom, bada bing.
So, I and this may be unpopular, but I don't blame her cousin for what happened to her. And I'm saying this for myself. I don't blame them for what happened to Naziah. I don't blame them for wanting to heed the word of the police and fall back. Okay? I don't. They do have to be parents for their babies. Let me finish, Jay. They do have to be parents for their babies. They do. They want to raise their own children. I get it. I only posed the question, where was the energy for them creatures when they brought that energy to you to the courtroom? That's it. However else they had to handle that situation, that's on them. Their conscience has to deal with that. And ultimately speaking, the bottom line is, if those creatures in that Harris household weren't doing what they were doing, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So, but at this point, it's gotten to a point where none of them girls, and possibly even the boys, will get any justice until all of the truths are told. Unless you break that curse, it's going to continue. That's a fact.
It is a true. I agree. I agree with you most wholeheartedly. And back to like the diabolical family. With the energy that they just been bringing and bringing and bringing. They have so much hooping and hollering and fucking screaming to do, but and know so all they know all this and this that all this shit. But they're not telling us anything. You know what I'm saying? Make that make sense. Like they're just going in
Speaking loud and ain't saying shit.
again, just talking in circles. And now, okay, got to remember, we've been going at it since January. We're now at it's a year since almost a year since ADPB and Mr. Cordell Wright got on the stand. It's been a year. You know what I'm saying? And it's still going on. I feel like it's sickening, and in my opinion, people are talking about the same shit, just spinning it different. Again, I can't. It's like it's frustrating. It's like it's actually annoying, and it's like how I don't understand how you can tell the same story 20 different times.
You know what I don't understand and I don't agree with? And this was what I felt when you asked, did we believe that Naziah should have her own trial, her own case? I do. I do. Because then that part of it would have been over already. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is not fair that Naziah has to wait for her justice while they keep coming to the table about all these new cases that are coming up. What the hell does that have to do with Naziah?
Say it again, sis.
Where are they going? They're just getting a year older. And then the older that they become, the defense wants to argue, do they really remember? Do they really remember? Because they're now this age, but it happened when they were at that age. So why do that? They're murkying the water. They are lessening, they're decreasing the strength, I feel like, by adding all this other crap to it. Naziah is the one that's gone. Why she can't have her own case? Do it, sentence him, get it over with, and then start, playing patty cake with these other cases. And when I say patty cake, I'm not saying that they're taking it lightly. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the girls don't deserve their justice. What I'm saying is they're getting, by every month, they get a little bit older. And all that does is feed the defense.
And exactly, again, that is a great point. Like, again, they wanted to conjumble and bejumble this, and for our girl, again, JW was 13 when these acts happened. She is 24. She got on the stand. She's 24 now. That's 11 years. And I agree, no disrespect, but it's been 11 years, and I'm glad Naziah, in my opinion, gave you the courage to come forward again. But like you said, we have to. Naziah has been on the back burner since again the prelim was over in January. I remember March 6th. We were supposed to have the jury selection, and I was crushed. Every fucking court date was postponed. I woke up on time and couldn't believe it. Like, never in my life have I ever seen it go like this. You know what I'm saying? So I do agree, and no disrespect to any other, any victim, anything like that. But I do agree. Like it's like, you know, I don't know.
And some legal heads would say, well, you may run the chance of prior bad acts not being admissible in court because it could influence the jury. I'm not hearing that, because each one of these girls have their own strong foundation to stand on, their own experience to stand on. So I'm not hearing that. You don't need to bring up A, B, C, D, E, F, you know what I mean? M, N, O, P, in order to strengthen NH's case. Period.
Yeah, and listen, and now that I'm thinking about it, wait a minute. Again, so JW, it's been 11 years. AD, it's been almost 10 years. And then PB, you were 4, and you're now, yeah, they all, it's been X. And except for JB, that it was happening. JB is only kind of, in my opinion, with the
That's the
timeline.
only one that goes with Messiah.
Yes. Again,
Yes.
so then we had to wait with all the combo jumbo, we got to drop this charge, discovery, this, and it's been so much bullshit, and it's like they all deserve justice, most definitely, but the way they are handling this case is diabolical, and again, Naziah does not deserve this.
No, she don't. And it's so take it back to your original question. Which one is more important? Justice or peace? Well, in the state of affairs right now with Naziah's case, she's not getting either one.
She's on the back burner, and I remember, it's funny, you say that, it goes together, and I remember holding that sign on her birthday, and we were all chanting that, no justice, no peace, no justice, no peace, and
And it's really sad, and calm down, girl, and unfortunate. If they have an inkling that it makes us feel better, that they're working so hard to get all of the victims and charge him.
yeah,
One thing has nothing to do with the other. First of all, stop worrying about making us feel better and do your goddamn job. That's number one. Number two, in doing your job, complete, because history has proven Detroit got fucking issues in the law enforcement field.
and does horrible.
Okay? Period. Right? So, like I said, if you don't change it, it's bound to repeat. So they need to start doing something differently. And all of this compounding one case on top of another, come on. Like, if they think that the way they're doing things is making anybody feel better, they're utterly mistaken.
They're pissing me off.
However, though, with the deep diving that you've been doing, it is not lost on me that none of this may be about the community. None of this may be about Naziah. None of this may be about any of the girls. It just can't be ignored. Right?
That part.
It just can't be outwardly ignored. However, it is not lost on me that this pussyfooting around that they doing could very well be in the benefit of Granny Monster. Oh, okay. I said it.
Who was married to a Wayne County, which was proven black and white facts. And damn, you just took that. You just, again, this is America.
That's Detroit.
Yeah, D12 for sure. Diabolical.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy to
Okay.
think. Cause I was just gonna ask that. Well, cause cause last night we went down the rabbit hole, and these motherfuckers are so goddamn Sue happy, if you know what I mean. I'm talking about what the fuck. I never seen so many like money hungry motherfuckers. Like, so it's like I know somebody's gonna try to sue the city. I mean, if Kim Worthless came out and said that about my shorty, and then came back out and said what she said about my shorty, I'm gonna be on her ass because what are you doing?
Wait.
Especially,
What do you mean?
especially
What did she say?
okay, when she first came out, she said her first conference that we have a man arrested that under suspicion, and they were going to be making more arrests. Okay,
Okay, yep, I saw that.
then the second time she came out and said no. Jarvis Bus is the only one involved. We know for facts he impregnated that girl, and no one else. It's a sealed fucking deal case. And then right after that, she said, "Any other victims, please come forward." Now we got victims that are, 11 years later, to almost 10, over 5 that have came forward, and then we got JB and and our girl Nazaya that were right and left hand, peanut butter and jelly, that are only relevant, and I find that not a coincidence.
Okay, I see what you're saying. And I did hear those press conferences. Um, okay. So let me play devil's advocate for 1 second. I am not mad if something happened on her desk where she had to come, tuck her tail, save face, and do her job, which was to come out and call out for anybody else that's been done wrong and hurt by this monster. I'm not mad at that, right? I'm not. I am simply upset that they have compounded it to Nazaya's case. You see what I'm saying? One thing has nothing to do with the other. By the time Nazaya like he moved on. He went from address to address. And as far as I'm concerned, each address deserved its own case. I'm dead ass. That's just how I feel.
I agree. I agree. Like when I went in October when I heard case number MJ, I heard all these elemental P's. I'm like, what is going on? And then then I'm like, okay, wait a minute. So they're gonna combine these 5, and then JB is gonna have her own case. I was so lost in the sauce. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I am glad though, in a sense that JB did get thrown in there, because I thought that was gonna be crazy to have 2 different trials. Like I thought they could just swap out NH with JB, but they
And
did
you know
because
what I'm wondering? And this is where accountability comes in at. I wonder, why did JB, was it simply because of the other baby girl? And I'm not going to say her name. She is a child. I'm not going to say her name. And shame on you fools who keep saying these babies' names. I said it. Shame on y'all for keep saying her name.
you gotta have some etiquette.
You understand me? So, Nazaya's other witness, okay? I wonder if JB that's been added was because of the other witness testimony during the preliminary hearing, okay? Or if somebody called in and told, or did somebody from their household, which I seriously doubt. Let me throw that out there.
See,
I seriously doubt it.
this
They
is
did
what
not have a come to Jesus moment and say, I'm going to do the right thing and march my baby down there and let her tell her story. I seriously doubt it.
absolutely not. Yeah, Monkey Deuce fat ass marched her ass down there the day after for fucking 17 paternity And then Frogface went down there 2 days afterwards to report a fucking fight. They're fucking so stupid. They just move so funny. But it's like, how are you moving that like that boldly and that wild to me? Without a fucking missing a beat, not even like just no anxiousness, no, just so comfortably. For one, you know what I'm saying? Like that's just crazy to me. And again, back to what you were saying, I think that did well. Our girl did get on the stand and say, I think brought to the light, but I think what it was them 3 discs that they have. They have 3 discs for JB. 1 disc from the year 2022 and 2 from the year of 2024. And what on them disc, I think that they found, which again, I don't know, whatever. But again, I think, just because, I'm called, B, our girl B said what she said, that's just hearsay, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't, I think ultimately it was them disc.
That's not hearsay, baby. That's not hearsay. She was a witness.
Oh, so, but
That's
with,
not hearsay. Hearsay is Naziah came home and told me. Okay? That's hearsay. Hearsay is I was sitting in the recliner in the living room and I heard my mommy and my daddy talking, and my daddy said this to my mommy and my mommy said that to my daddy. That's hearsay. What that baby did was give testimony as a witness. No less than what Butt's sister did, King, the King's son's auntie. Okay, she's a witness. That's not hearsay. No, ma'am.
no, you're right. Yeah. I misspoke on that one. Cause
It's
yeah,
okay, baby.
obviously, it's testimony. So yeah, it's just the justice system and the law, can be
It
finicky,
could be tricky.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Let me ask you this. And I'm just gonna keep it a being, like you like to say, a being buck. And I just have to, what I'm seeing out here, it's so sad. Like people are taking things to the extreme, in my opinion. And it's back to talking about the same thing, but putting a different narrative on it and putting on a little show. I'm gonna tell y'all this. Jarvis has been talking. He has not made a confession. Okay, we heard him on the motherfucking jailhouse calls with Latricia Johnson. We heard him talking to the bitch. You're simply retarded. We heard all that. He's talking. We all know he's very much so fucking talking. We know when in the transcripts, they're going over 300 more jailhouse recordings. He's fucking talking. We know, but he's not confessing. Talking does not mean confessing. Okay? He's fucking talking. We know. So stop, in my opinion, stop doing that shit. Like, that shit is making me so irritated. And then you want to bring, just because you have backup. And again, I don't believe in fortune tellers. No one can tell the future. No one has that power. The only person that has that power is God, and that's not my opinion. No one can sit here, and then this has been going on for so long. You know how many people have heard details? Like, it's sickening to me. Again, everybody, PSA, Jarvis motherfucking Monster Butt has been talking. I think he's done talking now, because he's fried, but he's been talking. He's never made a confession, and if he did, why the fuck isn't it all over the news? And if he said that about fucking Monkey Do, what the fuck? Come on, use your motherfucking common sense, my people. Come on, no, I know we are not that slow. Like, come on. He's been talking. We don't know about what, but we know he has not made a confession, because that would be fucking breaking news.
Listen, Jay. If he had made a confession, we wouldn't be waiting for a trial.
The fuck? Again, and no fucking fortune teller is gonna fucking confirm that. I'm sick of it.
And on that part,
Crazy to me. Fucking
let me just
crazy.
say this. Let me just say this, okay? If these tellers, seers, readers knew so much, why hasn't she been found?
And why haven't they went and told the police what the fuck they fucking feel in their gut?
That's what I'm saying.
They're gonna come
Why
tell
hasn't
YouTube.
she been found? Remember that one
Yup,
where
there's
she
been
was
there's been
saying,
several. We got Scammy Tammy, then we got RF, and then we got this girl. I'm just like, this is my poor. Again, this is sad. People just need to take a
yes,
break. Like, that's why when I talk about it, I want my facts behind me. Okay. Every single time, and I've heard multiple people. I got screenshots. How I know. I'll show you. And you know what I'm saying? No, where is it behind? Like, where is it?
listen again. Remember earlier this year, there was one that um had people literally on Google Earth going a route, going up this street, down that street, up in that parking lot. You see the drums. She's in one of those drums, and it has this written on it and that written on it. I want to say something so bad, but I don't want your thing to get pulled. But come on now. Like, give it a break.
Well, yeah, what's understood ain't got to be explained legit. And, like, again, I mean, I'm going to keep it a being. I don't really, but, it's the switch up and the mask falling off and the flippy floppy flop, and it's the hypocrisy for me 100%, and
Now,
it's disgusting.
let me be clear. I am not saying anything about a content creator who listened, got on Google Earth and went that route. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about where the information came from. So before folks get to run into these content, ooh, Sean B said this about you and that about you, my ass. No, I didn't. What I am saying is these seers and these readers and these know-it-alls about what they can, these mediums, where is baby girl then? If you feel so strongly, okay, if you feel so strongly about what you see, what you was told, what was said to you, then why haven't you
Pursued it.
literally called
And
PD and literally walked them to the spot where you say baby girl is at? Why hasn't that happened?
bada
You
bing, bada
understand
boom.
me? But so these people, they get on these platforms and they make these blunt statements that are quite empty. If I could be so, candid myself, they're quite empty.
Deep and
They make
shallow.
these comments, they make these comments, and then as soon as you ask them where they got it from, oh, I gotta go find it. You miss me with that bullshit, because how the hell you could tell me you went to a restaurant, you had this for dinner, and it was so good, but you don't remember where you went? Fuck out of here.
That part, and that's what I'm saying. I'm so sick of seeing, oh, I got Blow Joe, Dick, and Harry behind me to back me up. No, bitch, I got this piece of paper. I got this receipt. That's how I'm rolling. Cause again, I cannot stress it. The truth alone will not protect you, and your naysayers and your haysayers, again, that's not the truth. That does not make it the motherfucking truth. The black and the white, the facts, is what makes it the truth, not Dick, Mo, Joe, and Harry vouching for your ass.
At all. That's a fact. You said a mouthful right there.
It
Show
just
me. Tell me where you got it from. And then that's taking me to your source. But hello, that still don't make it true. All you're doing is carrying, not you, but these people, all they're doing is carrying a bone. If they didn't sit back and create that crap with their own keyboard. Because
that
that's
part.
what I am willing to believe people are doing. They have nothing credible to add to the conversation. A lot of times they go totally off topic, okay? And they don't even care. The speculation is phenomenal. It's
Again,
totally phenomenal.
For real, it's in the again. I'm gonna say this. And then we could leave it at this. But you know, uh,
Justice cannot exist without peace. Peace cannot exist without
amen.
justice.
They go together
That's it.
like they go together. They go together like fire needs air. Like it just has to go together. It does. And you know you can't uh, in my sense, you know, you can't see the peace, you can't see justice. So you know people you know like what I'm trying to say, you know, like going to look for it, just know it's not going to be in the flesh, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't know. And I think people sometimes they get obsessed with that and then they lose sight, you know what I'm saying? And that's why they can't understand it.
Absolutely.
And
And everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Don't get mad at me because of mine.
right, no, again, we're all, again, opinions don't make it the truth and doesn't mean it's the truth. And, you know, and I'm going to just, you know, say, this again, everybody just pay attention. If you really, everything that people say to you, you know, all the hooping and the hollering, the ones that are most talking about, oh, you know, my prices just went up, da 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 da, all that shit right there says so much. All you got to do is watch. Just sit back and watch. They're very telling. And like for me, I got, you know, lucky, you know, whatever, like, and it's just double affirmation for Big JJ. Confirmed, sealed, for sure. But everybody just, I mean, you know, just really use your brain. It's been
Sit
11
back and
months.
think about it.
Right, it's been 11 fucking months, and it's like it's the hamster wheel for me, and it's like thousands and thousands and thousands of people over there, I feel like, are on the hamster wheel, and it's sad. It's really sad, and I don't care. I will say it. I will say it. Again, it's been 11 months. Everything that has happened, and then the chaos, the ugliness, the just the nasty, diabolical. I'm gonna say it. That's why I said it, and I don't feel bad.
All of this that's happened has been for what? For what?
Yeah.
You can have your opinion about what somebody said. You can have your opinion about how somebody look. You can have your opinion about how they run their platform. What does that have to do with anything? At the end of the day. At the end of the day.
And you know, I have to say this. You know, the only thing, you know, what they did, and it is a pure fact. It's more. At first, you know, I thought a lot of people cared more. People cared than I really truly like I really, and it's just boggling. This, you know,
Absolutely.
mind boggling. You get they a lot of people don't, as many people that you think care don't, they really don't.
Now let me say this. Excuse me. It has to be acknowledged that human nature happens, right? Emotions get involved. People misunderstand what someone said, what somebody meant about something they said. That all happens. It's human nature. But when you go so far as to start a war, why? Why? So I commend Sister Mocha for pulling that. It showed her self-confidence, her self-esteem, and that she knows she's talking her own stuff. She ain't got nothing to prove to nobody. You could feel how you want to feel about her. She said, I don't give a damn. Feel it. What you gonna do about it? So I'm gonna say this and then I'm done. As soon as people start to understand that how I feel ain't none of your business, the better off people will be. How you feel, Jay, really ain't none of my business. You know why? Because there's nothing I can do about it. There is not a damn thing I can do about your feelings. Now, we're friends. We care about one another. If I feel the need to take the time to maybe clarify some stuff, that's fine. But if all it's going to do is just add more on top, it takes a really miserable person to flip what you say, which totally explains your position, but they flip it. Why? Because they want the garbage to start to stink. Because at first it's just garbage. It's just a bag of garbage. You go in there, you clean it up. You like, yo, this is what. And they, nah. This is, that's because they want the garbage to stink. And that is totally and utterly pathetic. They're pathetic. So again, I commend Mocha for pulling back. Like, yo, I'm done. I've said what I said. I meant what I said. And this is how I'm moving forward. You don't like it? Don't come over here. You with me? I'm glad you're here. Stay a while. But other than that, all this other garbage is starting to stink, y'all. So I hope you like the odor. Love you, boo. I'm dropping down.
And yeah, it's definitely giving stanky. So again, thanks for thanks up and chopping it up with me, my big sis, everybody, and views. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button for your good. I like to leave it off like this, like always, with Mr. Christopher Robin, good old Winnie the Pooh. You're stronger than you think. You're smarter than you think. My bad, guys. You're smarter than you think. You're braver than you believe. And you're stronger than you seem. And again, don't forget, be smooth with it, be cool with it, and be 100% true with it, y'all. Justice for Naziah, justice for JB, justice for all the babies, justice for everybody. We need justice in order to have peace. We need peace. In order to have peace, we need justice. They go together. So, y'all be smooth.
Got a lot of cities there.
You're gonna have a dream, might as well dream big, right?
Right.
Yeah. One half, baby. It's one hit. Hey, no doubt. You gotta dream big. Dream big. Dream big. Don't say what you couldn't dream big. Do what you say you're gonna do. Dream big. Don't hold back. You got one shot. Dream big. Take the light and show 'em what you got. Dream big. One life to live it to the fullest. Dream big. Keep your motivation to make it to the dream big. Fuck the haters. Fuck the bullshit. Dream big. 'Cause it is what it is. It's right with this. Dream big. Let me fire up this blunt and take a moment. Think about what I'm doing, where I'm going. Am I satisfied with my life so far? I'd have to say yes, I'm not saying it wasn't hard. But I've been blessed, I must confess that I'm living my dream. Money, $1 million condos and shows. Fashion model hoes that blow your dick in the back to keep your nose froze. VIPs, limos on the go. Forget the past, I don't know the future, yo. I stay in the moment. You can get it if you want it, so jump on that plane and take flight. Take aim, put it in your sights. Have to fight to get what you like. 'Cause you only got one ride. You don't wanna look back and say what you coulda did. You wanna know you did. So dream big. Dream big. Don't say what you coulda did. Dream big. Do what you say you're gonna do. Dream big.
my nightmares. I dream as if what I wish I had was right here. The weed is just to paralyze the stress I have. And yes, I have a lot of that, I'm not suggesting that I abuse Mary Jane or I'm addicted. But look at all the pain that my life has inflicted. So if I didn't smoke, there's no telling what I'd do. I'd probably end up locked up for a month or two, or they may take my life. Sometimes I hate my life, so when I'm depressed I blaze a blunt and then I write. I'd give my life just for 16 bars and pour my heart out rather than to live with these scars. So I don't live for the day, I live for the moment. And though my eyes stay low, I am focused. My dreams are so big and far from reality that I will defy greater odds than gravity.
Dream big, don't say what you're gonna dream big. Do what you say you're gonna do. Dream big, don't hold back, you got one shot. Dream big, take the light and show 'em what you got. Dream big, one life to live, live it to the fullest. Dream big, keep your motivation to make it to the top. Dream big, rock the haters, fuck the bullshit. Dream big, cause it is what it is, let's ride with this. Dream big.
You got a lot of cities there.
You're gonna have a dream, might as well dream big, right?
Right.